Okay, so now we've got a nice clean scene again with the room hidden. We're going to create a sun and some planets. So we'll start by creating the sun. So we'll click on polygon sphere from the shelf, and then I'm just going to click once in the center of the grid to create that shape. I'm just going to hide my layers thing again. So there we go. I want to start by making sure it's perfectly centered. So that means making sure all the translate values are at 0, like that. But then I want to make sure that I get the size of the sun right, and that's why I've only clicked once at the origin again to make sure that my sun will be the same size as your sun. Okay, so I'm just going to click and drag on scale X down to scale Z and release, and I want that to be 0.5, so a half for the scale. Okay, so that then has created the sun shape. And then I want to rename that, so I'm just going to click on P-Sphere 1 and I'm going to call that sun. Nice and easy. Now what I want to do next is to duplicate this sun to create a planet. And so the quick and easy way to duplicate is to use a keyboard shortcut, which is Control and D, like that. And then I want to move that 2 units on the x-axis. So where it says translate x, I'm going to put a 2 in there and hit enter, and that's exactly where I want it to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this down so it's the size of a planet, so the scale for X, Y and Z, and I'm changing all 3 because I want it to remain a perfect sphere. I'm going to change that to 0.1, and that's going to be a nice tiny little planet like that. And then I'm going to rename that to planet. There we go. So far so good. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing with these, because it's getting quite fiddly. And I need to create more of these to create 4 planets in total. So this is number 1, and as we're going along I want to have 4 planets plus a sun of different sizes. Obviously none of your planets should be bigger than the sun. So I need you to create those, and I will see you in the next step.